Hey, what's up? Okay, so I'm working on a 2012 328i. It's the F30 chassis with an N20 engine, if you know anything about it. The N20 and the N26 were notorious for timing chain issues where they would stretch, they'd slap the guides would break off, little plastic pieces would get caught in the oil sump and then starve the engine for oil. This is my buddies. They got low oil pressure on the dash and then the car died almost immediately on the freeway. So we took it to BMW for an official diagnosis. Oh wait, something's missing. And they said that the oil filter had metal shavings in it and that there was no combustion. I don't know how they said no combustion when they would have had to remove the spark plugs and put a compression tester in there. And you can look at these spark plugs and they have not been touched. I didn't even touch them when I pulled the engine for obvious reasons. It's not necessary. But there's been no... This car hasn't ran since they touched it. It got towed here on a flatbed. These things have not been touched. So I don't know... Unless they hooked up their BMW software and could read no compression, but you'd have to start the car and the car wouldn't start. So the other thing I did was I put a 21mm socket on the flywheel and the engine spins freely. So that tells me that the engine's not seized. Good news. Now let's go. Let me grab a light. All right. So the first part of their diagnostic said metal shavings in the oil filter. So I'm going to take my powerful little tool retrieval magnet. Let's go fishing, okay? I'm even down inside the oil filter housing. Okay, let's come out here. It's hard with the camera. I feel weird. Okay. Let's see. Stupid camera doesn't focus well. Maybe if I... Ooh, dang. Okay, that didn't help. Absolutely no fragments, okay? So let's even put it right here on this dirty little napkin. Nothing about that says oil fragment, okay? So one piece of evidence, playing CSI BMW here. Here's the oil filter cover. I mean, I don't even have the magnet in there. You can see pretty clearly. Okay, now let's check this bad boy out. This filter, obviously they're paper cartridges. It looks great. There's little fibers from the hair, but that's been on every single BMW, every single Audi, every single Mercedes I ever do. Let's go like that. China. Okay. Absolutely no indication that, let's see if I can get the light, that there's metal fragments. All right. So then what do? We want to check the oil pan. So I undid the oil plug, the oil drain plug. I capped, so I have these 3 bins. They're all years and years old. I capped this one and I drained the lowest point of the engine oil out to see if I could. That means I'm going to catch every single fragment. Anything that's heavy would settle to the bottom. Okay. We go all over here with my little magic tool retriever magnet. And again with the stinking zoom. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll clean it off on a napkin. And we'll zoom in on that napkin. If you see a metal fragment, I'll buy you a new car because there's nothing in there. Nothing on my magnet. Okay, so after I drained the first probably, 2.5 quarts in there, I drained the rest into this 5-year-old bucket. Okay, so now let's fish around here and let's even risk 100 different cars being drained in here. Let's see what's inside of it. Maybe I have to prove my magnet works just to make it obvious. Okay, again, it's not gonna focus, so let's go right there. That looks great. The oil isn't even bad. This is only about 4,000 miles on this oil change. Okay, so does the magnet work? Yeah, that magnet works. All right, I'm gonna pick up a ratchet. It's silly you have to do that, but somebody's gonna say, well, your magnet doesn't work. So, I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't read comments on YouTube. I don't do this for a living. I just do it for education. But this is an N20 engine. Took me 20 hours to pull it out of this 2012 328i. And I don't think I needed to. What I think I needed to do is just pull the valve cover, pull off the timing, and check the chain tension and the chain tensioner, because I suspect that it just jumped timing and that's why it didn't get compression. So why would BMW say you got to replace your engine without even actually checking into it? I mean, they had class action lawsuits for millions of dollars, up to 100,000 miles on these cars, which of course were 105,000, so they didn't want anything to do with it, but they diagnosed it for free. I just don't think they actually diagnosed it because it was free. So, I don't know. I'd like to poll the audience, like see what you guys think. Get screwed pulling an engine out that we had absolutely no reason to pull out because all we needed to do was the timing chain and tensioners and guides. But the car is in phenomenal shape. I mean, virtually new. Like, no rim rash, no dents, no nothing, which obviously that doesn't speak to the condition of the engine. There's all my parts labeled because I'm obsessive compulsive like that. But like I said, my friend's car, and I've maintained this car for probably 6 years now, doing oil changes every, I think we're right around 8,000. Sometimes, you know, because of timing, they don't get it to me until about 10,000 miles, but I'm pretty sure it's like 12 to 15 that BMW recommends in the manual. But regardless, the oil's always relatively clean coming out. So yeah, I'm just rambling now. I'm venting. So tell me what you think. Do you think we pulled an engine for no reason? If you've ever had an issue with the N20 and had to fight BMW on it, let us know. We contacted a rep, and the rep finally got back to us and said, yeah, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, all right, okay. Hope somebody learned something off of this. I'm not really sure what I taught besides the STEALERSHIP screwed us. Anyway, okay, talk to you.